Why does this always happen? There we go. I don't know why Streamlabs can't understand that, if I'm using my computer, I'd like to use my microphone and not Maddie's microphone that's not here. Anyway, hey, what I was saying was it's Tuesday. It's Twitch time again. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I got about 6 more months of non-daddom. What my plan is everybody has those, family portraits when they're a little kid where your dad has like a ridiculous mustache, yeah? My plan is to, as soon as the kid is born, maybe I'll wait a little bit longer so it's not too ridiculous, but not shave my mustache. I can trim everything else and whatever, but I won't do anything to the mustache until we take that first family portrait, at which time I will shave everything except the mustache. We'll take the pictures, and then my wife has requested that I then get rid of the mustache. But she's letting me do this plot for the baby photo, so I'm gonna go for it. My mustache has been longer. If you go watch our Green Lantern Corps history video, that is, I think, the longest it's ever been, at least proof of on recorded content. But yeah, that's the plan, is have as long of a mustache as possible for the first family portrait on purpose. Anyway, today we're going to be reading Justice League Adventures number 13. This is from January 2003, or at least that's the cover date. It's more likely, I think we're at November 2002, which is officially now the 1-year anniversary of the Justice League cartoon debuting in the first place. This was, I always hit the wrong button there. This was written by Dan Slott. You probably know him from Batman Adventures Volume 2 if you're a fan of the channel. He worked on Amazing Spider-Man, which is either everyone's favorite or least favorite iteration of that comic, and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, we know him best from Batman Adventures Volume 2. He and Ty Templeton were like the guys on that comic. And drawn by Minescu, who again does not have social media. I always show him in that garage painting scenario, but I'm not going to do that today. And it was inked by Mark Proust, who's worked on Action Comics and not a lot else for DC, but the DC website sometimes doesn't have updated information on people. An interesting thing when I was Googling him to figure out, what else has he done? First thing that comes up, anyone know Mark Probst? They owe me art. And it's, I don't know anything about this guy, so if he for some reason happens to be watching this at some point, I apologize potentially, but looks like there's this whole forum post dedicated to Mark Probst owes me art from 2009. I paid in full, dumb me, and I'm out over $200 combined. If anyone knows any of these artists, please let me know how to get in touch. And then they proceed to try to help the guy. I didn't look too much into it, but I thought it was pretty funny that that's the first thing that comes up when I look to figure out who that guy is. Cool, Vader. Neat. Maybe share it later. I would be mildly interested to read that. OnlyFans, I'm not doing, no. Believe it or not, at least 2 people have legitimately requested in my Instagram DMs that I start. I'm not. You really don't want to see this, I promise. I wonder why when the baby is born, the dad has that big mustache, and then when they get older, they shave and never grow. I was reminded of all of this because we were just at my father-in-law's house, looking at a bunch of old pictures of my wife as a kid and stuff, and lo and behold, her dad has a big mustache and no other facial hair in 1993. So yeah, I'm not kidding, Rob. I have had 2 people request that, but that's not happening. Anyway, I'm gonna back out of this. I'm going to go through the issue twice, as always. We're going to read it once, just normal, and then we're going to read it again, taking notes on all of this here canonicity timeline shenanigans. I'm going to run an ad halfway through, just so you know, after we finish the first iteration of the comic. So if you're going to back out, if you're going to pop off for, you don't want to be part of the note-taking process, I understand. Stick around for the ads so we get a few pennies. That'd be nice of you. And if you wouldn't mind following the Twitch page right now, there's a follow button somewhere on here. And that's free. And, numbers and stuff. Recognition and clout and whatever else things on the internet. It has now been changed to because it's Tuesday. No. Maddie's still got his Thursday. Anyway, all right. So we're going to get started with Justice League Adventures number 13. I'm going to do this in reading mode. I'm going to do this in full screen. Voice for All-Star. It's like a Boston kind of thing or something, maybe. Everybody knows the guy on the left. He's Green Lantern, a big-time superhero. Is that too Harley Quinn? Oh, whatever. A big-time superhero and member of the Justice League. Me? I'm the one on the right. Unless you live here in Apex City. No, sorry. This is Kick-Ass Coffee, Astoria, Oregon. Unless you live here in Apex City, you've probably never heard of me. I'm just a local hero. Hey now, I'm just a all-star. Mr. Lantern, who are these guys?
Weaponers of Quad, evil warriors from an antimatter universe.
Okay, so what are they doing here at the Apex City Observatory? Yeah, I'm not, wait, I'll just keep doing this, whatever.
Searching for an alien artifact of unbelievable power. They tracked it all the way to this spot on Earth. Hate to think what they would have done with it, but luckily I can see it's fallen into good hands.
What? You mean my star charm? Wow.
Good work back there, kid. So what do they call you?
Olivia Dawson. I mean, All-Star. Sorry, I've only been at this a few months.
Well, you handled yourself like a seasoned pro. In fact, all the Green Lanterns in the universe have been called back to our main base on planet Oa. I might be gone for some time, and I could really use someone to fill in for me with the Justice League. So how about it, All-Star? What do you say?
The Justice League, get out of town! I know, can you believe it? Olivia, it's official, baby. Awesome! I know, it's another one for the scrapbook. Hey, Mom says you gotta get me Flash's autograph. Got that? See, the kids all have this accent, but the mom doesn't. Get lost, Craig! This kicks! We gotta call everybody. Hello? Secret identity here. You and my family, and that's it. And also Green Lantern. And the whole Justice League. Alright, so when does this all go down? Couple days. A couple are never gonna get there soon enough. Days. I wonder if I get a chair. In the comics, they all have chairs with their symbols on the back. Yeah, they sure do. But not in the cartoons.
Miss Dawson?
Olivia.
Miss Dawson.
Nah, they'll probably just let me use Green Lantern's chair. Wait, what if they put me into a comic? All-Star, you found Buttercup. Thanks, darling. No problem, sir. Sir. In fact, if you give me a sec, I'll mend that fence so it won't happen again.
It's hard to do these. No, but you rest up. Being part of the Justice League is a big responsibility. You just be sure to make us all proud.
Boy, I didn't realize it's not just me, it's the whole town. Everyone is just so into this, some more than others. There you are. I got a surprise for you. Cool. Way to go, Mom. Isn't this great, Craig?
Whatever.
Oh my god, this thing makes my butt look huge. Cape? No cape. Cape? No cape. Honey, your ride's here. Coming. Whoa! The Javelin 701 or something.
Hey, new kid, saved you a seat.
Thanks. Guys, I don't know if Mr. Green Lantern told you, but I have a secret identity.
I am employing a Martian mental cloak. No one will remember we were here.
Well, okay then. Enough chatter. Everyone buckle up. I've spent most of my life in Apex City. One time, I went to a cousin's wedding in Ivytown. We flew coach. Now look at me, on a rocket ship to the Justice League satellite. And the view! How many people ever get to see Earth from space? It's all so beautiful. I don't think I'll ever see anything more impressive in my entire...
And you must be All-Star. Welcome to the Watchtower. Nice to finally meet you. You haven't seen Jean Jones around, have you?
Yeah, you wait 3 seconds. He's getting out of the car. He's over there.
I feel like it doesn't necessarily sound like Harley Quinn, what I'm doing, but it sounds like Harley Quinn from Batman and Harley Quinn. Which isn't to say it's not Harley Quinn, but I think you get what I'm saying. I hear you had a run-in with my old pal Titano. Not to fear, Superman. Your giant ape friend is all right.
Superman? Wow. I mean, you see him on posters and lunchboxes, but in person, he's just so... Eek!
Time for mission briefings, people. To the main monitor. I trust you'll be joining us, Miss Dawson.
Yeah. Right behind you.
First, someone is constructing giant prisms in the Sahara. This could be the work of Dr. Light.
I didn't even think about the missions. But we're really gonna do this. We're gonna fight bad guys and save the world and stuff. Monday, went to London with Batman and Harley Quinn. We stopped Harley and Ivy from blackmailing the city with runaway plant growth. Tuesday, some asteroids were getting too close to Earth. So Superman didn't put a spacesuit on and we went to space to stop him. So Superman, Hawkgirl, and I blasted him. On Wednesday, I joined Wonder Woman and Flash on a diplomatic mission. We extradited Gorilla Grodd back to Gorilla City. I asked if it was for guerrilla war crimes. Flash totally cracked up. Score! Of course, the Justice League isn't just about punching and zapping. It's been an awesome week so far, but I've been so looking forward to Thursday. My first day on monitor duty, and boy, do I need the break. Jean, are you in there? It's me, Olivia. Not Harley Quinn at all. I'm here to relieve you.
One moment, I'll open the hatch. All-Star, you're out of uniform. Get your game on. You've brought books?
Yeah, I got a big trig test tomorrow, so I thought I'd get some studying done in the downtime.
There is no downtime with the Justice League. Walk with me, Olivia. We have faced unbelievable challenges in the past, and greater still lie ahead. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Hair in my throat. You see, being part of this league, it's not a game. It's more than a team. It's a duty. And perhaps in time, a proud legacy.
Friday. Chemo attacked downtown Tokyo. Every day the threats are getting bigger. And stranger. Saturday, we were ambushed by a Justice League of Bizarros. And today, we're facing Brainiac. And if that's not enough...
Attack!
Now we know why all the Green Lanterns were called back to Oa. Somehow Brainiac has used his superior Kryptonian technology to capture the Guardians, take over Oa, and enslave the entire Green Lantern Corps. The finest soldiers from 1,000 worlds, armed with the deadliest weapons in the universe, and they're here to conquer Earth. The Justice League has never faced a threat like this before. Never. It's just so big. Too big. Oh! Don't worry, All-Star. I've got you. Are you all right? Simple enough question. Unless you're in a lasso of truth. No, I'm not alright. I'm in over my head. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna get us all killed. Go back to the ship. Now. All-Star, what's up? Where are you going? I'm sorry. I just can't... Don't sweat it, kid. We're the Justice League. We'll get you through this. Is it? Oh, yeah. I just need a second. I gotta think. But it's like John said, there is no downtime for the Justice League. And maybe it's because he told me with this funky Martian telepathy, but when I look at them all out there, I can still hear his words deep inside. We've faced unbelievable challenges in the past, and greater still lie ahead. You see, being part of this league, it's not a game. It's more than a team. It's a duty. And perhaps, in time, a proud legacy. Shrakathum!
God, how long is this going? No, I can see in her mind. She's pushing the star's power beyond its limit, drawing on her very own life force. Ka-cham! Hey, what's going on? Huh? We're free.
I did it. We just want to assure everyone that the threat is past. Brainiac has been destroyed. The Green Lanterns have been freed. Any questions? And the Earth is safe again. Good job, DC Universe. Any questions? Superman, Snapper Car, Channel 3. What about All-Star? I know I speak for all of us when I say I consider it an honor to have served alongside All-Star. The Justice League, in fact the entire world, owes her a great debt, or a debt of gratitude. That's how he said it too. For her courage and her sacrifice. Why, baby? Why did it have to end this way? Gee, Mom, it's not like I died or nothing. I just don't have superpowers no more. I know, dear, but being a superhero would have looked so good on your college resume. Good night, Mom. Well, we can always put down that you saved the world. Mom, what am I going to do with... You? Oh, hi. What are you doing here?
I'm here to give you your Justice League membership card.
What? There must be some mistake. The Star Charm doesn't work anymore. How could I possibly help the League without any superpowers?
Maybe you should read the card. It's not for All-Star. It's for a real hero.
Thanks. The end. Okie dokie. What we got going on in the chat? All right. Brooklyn Cowboy. This comic run is a comic in universe, and that's where any discrepancies. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know, but she's referring maybe the Justice Guild comics. I don't remember if they had their logos on their chairs. Ivy Town is the same town that had a fire in issue 11. Yep. $10 that the Martian mental cloaking was done as an oh shit after they realized her identity was a secret. Yeah, probably. Maybe Batman Harley Quinn's Harley was actually Hush. Oh man, I think you're onto something. Whenever Tara Strong voices Harley Quinn, people say it's not Harley Quinn because she's not voiced by Arlene Sorkin. Big Vanishing Point fan. Oh god, Ivy's somehow gonna be the element that makes this bloody. Nah. I don't want to get too into it, but the Ivy skin color thing doesn't really affect anything. There's too many times that it changes during when it shouldn't, that we just kind of have to ignore it. All-Star is the third member. No. Is it just me, or should James end all of our size All-Star's lines with ooh, ooh? Okay, there's no downtime in Justice League except when called to OA, going to a charity ball, or working day-to-day as a reporter just because you don't have a secret life, Sean. Yeah. 24-hour monitor duty did wonders for John's people skills. Maybe this is where they got the last piece of Brainiac circuitry from, a static shock. I suppose, but probably not. That's most likely from Twilight. Brainiac was destroyed. Psych! If we ever set up a Watchtower Database out of context Twitter account, those head movements are going to be the first days to go on it. Good. Okay, that bait really got me. I was about to freak out with how dark it is. Yeah. I've read this issue a handful of times over the years, and every time except for this time, I forget that she doesn't actually die at the end. Arcus Chummick or Barrier Watt? Yeah. There was a few issues ago where they talked about finding Despero. So if that is Hearts and Minds episode, then I guess if this is after that, it'd be Barrier Watt. But we don't know. All these there's already been out of order issues from like actual dates that we see. So because Arcus Chummick dies in that episode. Olivia's mom looks like Hillary Clinton. I think like 2 people said that. Okay. So real quick, we're gonna go to commercial break, and then we'll be back with we're gonna read through it again and take all the notes and such. So stick around. I'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Okay, I'm seeing Vader's comments about all the timeline stuff. We'll definitely get into that in just a little bit. I'm still definitely of the mindset that Justice League Adventures is its own separate timeline, universe, whatever you want to call it, from the Justice League cartoons. So stuff like what you're talking about with, like, Harley was in this episode, Brainiac was in this episode, that kind of stuff, not necessarily going to apply to this just because we have no idea if those episodes happened or not. We had that issue a few issues ago talking about we were in space fighting Despero. Could very well be Hearts and Minds, the episode, but it also could not be, because I'm pretty sure that issue came out before that episode came out, and we know for sure the people working on this comic were not really informed of episode stuff. They were just going off of what had already aired. So anyway, my point is, not going to ignore all that stuff. It's great to have, but it's not necessarily going to be applicable in every scenario. But we will get started here. We'll get into that more. Justice League Adventures number 13. This is, oh my gosh, what was this called? Something Hero, Local Hero. And this is January 2002. For those of you who have not joined us on this before, we're going to be going through the issue again, taking notes on all of the appearances of characters, anything that has to do with the timeline or continuity issues with the shows, all that kind of stuff. For future timeline, will it canon, whatever, videos. And then, when we're done with that, we'll kind of determine whether this issue is not canon or whatever to the cartoon specifically. Okay, let me back up a little bit here in the chat. Do you think we will get an animated movie on Batman the Adventures Continue? It could happen because we got Batman and Harley Quinn, which is a comic at first, and if it happened, we would get redheaded. Well, the Batman and Harley Quinn movie was already way into production, if not basically done, before the Batman and Harley Quinn comic tie-in came out. But I guess maybe you're talking about the Batman Harley Quinn comic that Paul Dini wrote some of, but I mean, the movie isn't really based on that or anything. Your main question, I think the Adventures Continue is probably going to just be its own thing. If they're seeing that, sales on the comic, action figures, all that stuff in that line is really doing well, we may get, maybe just a Batman the Animated Series set film in the next couple years. It's always on that sort of cycle. They've talked about Batman and Harley Quinn exists because of the Suicide Squad movie being popular and being, making money, continuing to branch off of that. So if we get more Batman the Animated Series, or if we want more Batman the Animated Series content, we have to show them with our wallets, as always. Did you read this one a lot before because of Legacies? Do you mean for timeline stuff, or I don't really know the relevance of Legacies with this issue. Maybe there's something I'm not remembering. Is this looking like another red one, James? Probably, only because it has references to past Justice League Adventures issues with Chronos and stuff like that, but we'll get to that. What if Harley is with Ivy in this issue because Joker is busy breaking the Royal Flush Gang out of Cadmus? Next issue, Ivy appears without Harley, possibly because she's in Arkham serving her good girl time before Batman and Harley Quinn. These questions and more next week. Yeah, possible, but again, can't necessarily line them up with the episodes. We'll try to. Now we need a remake of the JL rap to include All-Star. I feel bad for Maddie now. He has to do that every week. What? Do what? Conspiracy theory time? Just all the Chronos stuff. Yeah. Well, I mean, Chronos his costume appears on the Watchtower or something like that. We didn't take any of the Chronos stuff from this into consideration for Legacies because this is not the same universe. But of course, I mean, Legacies isn't official. It's not, you could say it's its own separate universe also from the real DCAU, so anything's possible. But Chronos is not the third member of the Triumvirate of Terror. I'll just say that. Alright, so we got Green Lantern and All-Star here at the start. And we also have Weaponers of Quord. Apex City is mentioned, and Quord is mentioned, and the Antimatter Universe is mentioned. These are both, oh my gosh, what? No. Mentioned. Okay. The Batman series basically stole the suit Batman wore in BTS with having different belt and shorter ears. Sure, yeah. It's just Batman, yeah. Okay. Speaking of Apex City, does anyone in here play Apex Legends? I'm playing it every day. And I would be interested to know if anyone is interested in watching streams of me playing Apex. I'm not amazing at it, but since I'm constantly playing it every night after I finish my Watchtower daily duties, I will kind of unwind with some Apex. So if anyone's interested in that, it has nothing to do with the DCAU or DC Comics or anything. It's just a fun Battle Royale style video game. Weaponers of Quord, Antimatter Universe. Okay, Apex City Observatory. Apex City Observatory. Okay, Star Charm is the object here. Thanks, Vader. I will take a look at that after the stream, probably. Okay. Olivia Dawson. I've only been at this a few months. All-Star has only been at this a few months. Green Lanterns, all the Green Lanterns. Okay, so Green Lantern Corps is mentioned. I like how the Weaponers of Court are just this throwaway opening battle thing, like these big time bad guys. And the Guardians of the Universe, they will show up later. So actually, so will these guys. So, oh, what was that issue? Was it 11? I think. Maybe 10. Yeah, ID later. I'm gonna put that same thing for this one because we are gonna come up against 1,000 Green Lanterns in this issue. Okay. Justice League, All-Star, what do you say? Yee, okay. Pop Boys. The Pop Boys. Or unless that's just Pop Boys, and you can't, I think it's just Pop Boys. I wish it was Pop Boys. But, oh well. We'll see that poster at the end. Apex City Gazette. Apex City Gazette. And Craig. Get lost, Craig. No, I mean the Pop Boys. Right here. Okay. I'm going to put Olivia's mom. I don't know if she's named later. And then I don't know who this friend of hers is either. Does it say? A couple of days. A couple of never gonna get here soon enough days. Okay, so Olivia will join the league in a couple of days, which we could take literally as 2 days, especially since she's counting them like that. Let's see, where are these supposed? Whitney Lance, that's what it is. Whitney Lance. I'll do mentions because they're not actually there. And Superman Bale show up in a bit. This looks like the same teddy bear that Toyman has. So I'll just kind of note that. Olivia has a teddy bear that looks like the one Toyman has in, I think it's in Obsession. But it could be his first episode. I don't remember for sure. Okay. I wonder if I'll get a chair. In the comics, they all have chairs with their symbols on the back. Okay, so that's just a weird, like, what are you talking about? Olivia says in the comics they all have chairs with their symbols on the back. I'm going to put, we know there is a Batman TAS cartoon within the DCAU. There are a few Batman Adventures issues, and there's that No Man's Land animated issue where there's people watching a Batman cartoon on TV or a Batman show of some kind. So we know there's a Batman show within the DCAU. She could also be talking about the Justice Guild or what have you, because there's plenty of superhero comics within the DCAU. Spider Power, whatever they're reading in Static Shock, etc. I'm going to put Olivia's teacher. This girl has a Batman shirt, but he'll show up. What if they put me in a comic? Buttercup. Buttercup. No problem, sir. I'll mend the fence. Buttercup's farmer. I don't know. I don't know what to call this guy, but he has a speaking role, so I will put him there. Okay. Ooh, what does this say? Weiss Smart? What? Ooh, what? Maybe it's like Greg Wiseman or something. I don't know. Weiss Smart. Ryan Reynolds. Wait, in which background? This guy? I don't know. This guy, this older guy, kind of looks like Pa Kent from like comic books, but not from DCAU. Is this Ryan Reynolds? Who's Ryan Reynolds? I don't know. Here, my background. Mind your own business. What do you mean? Okay, everyone's just so into this. Okay. Cool. Craig, mom. Really doesn't make her butt look huge. It's pretty, that's pretty normal. Normal Bruce Timm style girl butt. No cape, honey. Pop boys. Rides here, coming. Okay. Javelin 7. Okay, we got Flash and John Jones. So Flash, John Jones. Secret identity. Player Martian mental cloak. John employs a Martian mental cloak to hide the javelin. And, oh my gosh, what was I going to put? Oh, yeah. Mars is mentioned. Okay, and then we got Hawk Girl. That's true. He doesn't die in Brainiac attacks. Unless it's after the movie. One time we went to a cousin's wedding in Ivytown. So, Olivia's cousin mentioned, and Ivytown mentioned. It might show up later, I don't remember. Now look at me on a rocket ship to the Justice League satellites. We got Watchtower. The view, every series from space. I don't think we'll see anything more impressive. Superman. Titano is mentioned, interestingly. I wonder what he was up to. And Batman. Is that everybody now? Oh, no, Wonder Woman will show up here in a second. Constructing giant prisms in the Sahara. So Sahara Desert is mentioned. And then we have Dr. Light is mentioned. Dr. Bees. I didn't even think about the missions. We're going to do this bad guy stuff. Monday, went to London with Batman. Okay, so we've got Monday, London with Batman. So here we are, London. And we've got Poison Ivy. And, oh my god, Poison Ivy. And Harley Quinn. Harley and Ivan blackmailing the city with runaway plant growth. Okay. Tuesday, asteroids. Ugh. There we go. Tuesday, asteroids. And spacesuits. I'm going to put Superman in space with no spacesuit under non-canon. Of course, Justice League isn't about punching and zapping, or just about that. Wednesday is Gorilla City. Wednesday, I don't Gorilla City. It's Thursday. Finishing point. Extra Gorilla Grodd. Back to Gorilla City. Where was this? Oh, there was no asteroid location. Okay. So we got Gorilla City. And we've got Grodd. And I'm pretty sure this is probably supposed to be Solivar here. Taking him in. So there's Gorilla War Crimes. Hey. Oh, and Wonder Woman is here now, too. Forgot to add her. I'm not surprised about DC Universe stopping subscriptions. I doubt we'll have it around this time next year. Although it's been slowly dying like the entire time that it's existed, so... awesome week so far. Okay. It's been an awesome week so far. So Thursday is monitor duty. Thursday, monitor duty. Olivia has a trigonometry test tomorrow. Did I do that right? Trigonometry? Yes. Okay. No downtime. Okay, so we've got the new moon gravitational device. New moon gravitational device. Where was the first time we did that? New moon controller is what I called it, but now we have a name for it. So gravitational device. So that's from number 8. So in other notes, I will put new moon. Or let's see. Watchtower trophy area has stuff, oh my god, from past issues, including new moon gravitational device from number 8. There will be more. Ego Cell. That was, I can't remember which issue, but I'll find out here in a second. Ego Cell. Number 9. Okay. Oh my gosh. Get back down here. Ego Cell t-shirt from number 9. We've got Kronos costume, but there's also like Catwoman and Solomon Grundy. So I guess these are number 6 mentions. Villain costumes from number 6. So we got Kronos is mentioned. Catwoman is mentioned. And Solomon Grundy is mentioned. Then we got our buddy Hevist is mentioned. Hevist arm. Hevist's arm from number 1. Okie dokie. So those are all things specifically from this comic, which is interesting. They didn't put anything from the shows. No, like, oh, here's a piece of a Manhunter, or I missed one. This is one of the thingies from, I think it's number 3? No, number 4. What are they called? Emphori. Emphori from number 4. And then is this... I guess this, I don't know what this judge, like, gavel thing is from. Because it's just sitting in front of Kronos. In number 6, did he have a judge gavel? Like, for the bidding on the thing? I don't remember that. So that's kind of weird. But, okay, Friday Chemo Tokyo. Friday Chemo in Tokyo. So we've got Chemo in Tokyo. Now, Chemo is interesting because we have that Justice League episode, Metamorphosis, where Simon Stagg turns into basically Chemo in everything but name. They did not have... it's not overanalyzing to try to figure out what the heck the gavel's from. It's normal analyzing. Anyway, Chemo in Metamorphosis couldn't be named Chemo because of... I don't know, rights issues that they had. They also used Chemo, which looking like it's the same design, with the little line across his forehead and stuff, in the Justice League cartoon pilot. Let's see if I can find this real quick. Pull it up. This guy here. Let's see, where is he? He's in this somewhere. There we go. There he is. He looks similar. Is that really the only shot of him in that whole thing? Yep, just this one John Jones fight that he has. Yeah, no, I totally agree, Vader. Just these things existing doesn't, they could have happened in the cartoon continuity in a different way. They're pretty blatant callbacks to those issues, some of which we have marked as non-canon so far. But, yeah, we just keep going. We keep going through all of these. Figure it out. We got Nikod. I guess then I'll put that under here. Okie dokie. I don't think anything else in English here. Moto Gyoza, probably. Instead of Motorola. And Ben, I can't read what that says enough. Ben something. Any more English ones that I can make out? Don't think so. Okay, Saturday, Justice League of Bizarros. So there is Bizarro, and then Bizarro Batman, Bizarro Flash, I believe, was in here. Yes. And there's a Bizarro All-Star. That's interesting. No explanation at all for where any of these came from or why or how. Just, they're there. Bizarro All-Star. All right. And today we're facing Brainiac, so I'm guessing that means it's Sunday. Sunday. And today is Brainiac in the Green Lantern Corps. So, I got characters. We got Brainiac. The best part of the streams are when I listen to Maddie while I'm in the shower, I think is what he's talking about. Okay, Brainiac. All right. Somehow Brainiac had used his superior Kryptonian technology to capture the Guardians. So we got Krypton is mentioned. And take over Oa. So we got Oa is mentioned. Green Lantern Corps. Again, so we got the Guardians up here in the corner. And all these guys I have put on a list of figured out later. I put that. We got Batwing. Funny, this is, I am almost positive, just an exact frame from... Oh, come on. There we go. This Batman pose is right out of Secret Origins. Oh, but there's the Daily Planet right there. I'm going to see if I can find that to confirm that I am right. So let's go to my rip of the episode. And of course the computer has to figure itself out. Let's go through this together. Where am I thinking of? Somewhere in here. That's what I'm thinking of. These. Oh. You just got in the Batwing. Okay. This is the best shot ever right here. Coolest cool in the world. I think it's coming up here in a second. Yep, right there. Right there, baby. That's the same thing, Minescu. I did it. I figured you out, boy. All right. Anyway. Okay. For the 1,000 Worlds, deadliest weapons in the universe, so I'm going to go ahead and put Green Lantern Power Ring. From 1,000 Worlds, they don't say what they are. Justice League has never faced a threat like this before. Never! I know this is Kilowog. I can recognize a lot of these guys, but I'm going to come back for this later. Okay, Lasso of Truth again. Lasso of Truth. There's another non-canon boy. Lasso of Truth again. And over my head. Over my head. Over my head. Back to the ship. What's up? Where are you going? I got Flash can just bat away Green Lantern energy by moving his hands fast. Don't sweat it, kid. Yes, you're right about the Batmobile. Yep. That doesn't happen too often. There's some Earth 12 comic with Batman sitting, or Bruce Wayne sitting there with Ace next to him. That's right out of an episode. Just one of those things where I've seen these way too much. It's only his funky Martian telepathy, but when I look at them all out there, I can still hear his words deep inside. Okie dokie. Flash. Already got all this stuff. It's duty and perhaps in time. This is like a tiny version of Brainiac's ship. I guess I'll do Brainiac, like hovercraft. Okay. Brainiac stuff's breaking apart. It reminds me of that Fatal 5 stuff on their foreheads, breaking apart as it deteriorates. And okay. Catwoman's only going to warp and Roxy Rocket back there. Still from number 6. That's definitely calling back to that issue. Those were all people that they impersonated in that issue. Okay. Snapper Car. I don't feel sorry for my family. They are also all nerds. Does Flash doing the tornado arm... Maybe you're talking about my future family, in which case, yeah, that's probably true. Probably a good idea. Flash doing the tornado arm break this... No? He does that a bunch in the cartoon. Don't forget a whole Batcave was reused for Batman Beyond was something there that shouldn't exist for another 10 to 20 years. You know what I'm talking about. I sure do, man. Watch our Dan Reba interview if you haven't yet. He all but confirms that I am correct about it being a mistake. I mean, he basically does confirm that. Okie dokie. Justice League's Fallen Star, the star that burned the fastest, burned the brightest. Is anything else on here? No date. No. The Justice League today, cool article. All Stars scrapbook. I think people understand how much I know about the DCAU, but I forget plenty of stuff also. It's weird stuff that I remember so specifically. Gee, Mom, it's not like I died of nothing. Secretly, Doodle Bob. There's no secret. What is going on with my hair today? You guys seeing this? What is this? This doesn't happen. What am I, the Fonz? What the hell? Just don't have superpowers anymore. College resume. Okay, and we already got Whitney Lance down before. There's Superman and Batman like merch in this issue. There's a girl with a Batman t-shirt in her class, and there's the Superman poster, but both of them have been around for quite a while. In fact, the girl had the Batman the Animated Series Batman logo on her shirt. So, Justice League membership card. My hair fluctuates between being this kind of more voluminous, big, and being decently shorter. My movie, Vi Reality, which you can watch a trailer for, Vi Reality. There's a trailer on our channel. My hair is decently shorter in that than you see it right now, in terms of like height of my hair. I had to maintain that hair for several years because we were filming for a long time. Justice League. So this is an in-universe logo, which we know because when they make the Metro Tower in Justice League Unlimited, this is also on the ground outside of that. And that's it. Okay. That's that issue. So, to me, this issue is going to fall in the same red category because it has... We marked number 6 in red, and this one has some very distinct callbacks to number 6 and other issues, I believe, that we've also marked as non-canon. But nothing about this issue specifically, except those Easter eggs, is like, oh no, that doesn't work at all. But you know, it has its issues. So yeah. But as always, we're doing the 50-50 spiel on this guy. You know, if 50% of the issues are non-canon, the whole thing gets thrown out. If more than 50% works, then we will do our best to fit it into the timeline or use it for timeline purposes or whatever. Just as, you know, Batman Adventures Volume 2 has that one issue that's not canon. Or maybe there's 2 now. Am I right, Freezy boys? And, you know, that one works just fine. Speaking of which, Sunday is our next Batman The Adventures Continue breakdown, where I break down. I also figure out all the Easter eggs. It's kind of going to be a shorter one than normal, if that excites you. Some of them have been, 25, 30 minutes almost, with all the stuff that we've tossed in there. Not a lot of trivia Easter egg kind of stuff this time, but definitely a timeline to talk about. Thank you. I also wish that fake movie trailer was real for the you're talking about the Crisis on Infinite Earths, but the Virality trailer is real, and that is going to happen. Who brought a camera to Oa to take that shot? Shot. Was there a newspaper? Are you talking about the newspaper? What are we talking about here? I don't know what you mean. I've seen Virality, but when is it coming out? You haven't seen Virality. You've seen the trailer for Virality in the scrapbook. I am working on all of the special effects. This is when she, like, dies. Is there something I'm missing? Is there another scrapbook piece? I don't know. I don't see an OA-related scrapbook thing. Anyway, Virality is... I'm working on special effects right now. Still got several months, I'm sure, before it comes out. That trailer was up as kind of just a heads up, in case you weren't aware. I'm making a movie, that kind of thing. But yeah, keep a lookout. I've been getting into DCAU comics because of you guys. I'm on Gotham Adventures now. Thank you for bringing these amazing comics to my attention. This is on Oa? This whole thing is on Oa? No, this is the Daily Planet. We're in Metropolis. This isn't happening on Oa. This is in Metropolis. Okay. How many years have you been working on Virality? Since 2013. That's when I started writing the script. We started filming in 2015. Ended filming last November. And yeah, now I'm working on all the VFX and stuff. So anyway, join me next week for Justice League Adventures number 14, which is this one. Aquaman and a mysterious person. Who could this possibly be here in the doorway? Written by Matthew Manning, who we have interviewed a couple of times on the channel. We have 3 videos up, in fact, about his Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures comic. Ted lives in the same town as him, so he's been able to interview him a couple of times. And yeah, so he wrote this one. It looks like John Delaney is on art. He's the Adventures in the DC Universe artist. We've also interviewed him at Comic-Con. And, who's Snyder, though, on this? John K. Snyder. Not either of the Snyders that I was thinking of. So, yep, I'll be back next Tuesday. Tomorrow is Ted theoretically finishing up Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, Game Boy Color. That was a lot of fun. There's a lot of, like, kind of deleted scene stuff going on in that game. Extra scenes that we didn't see in the movie. So if the whole game works out, that's kind of fun new information. And Thursday is Maddie, because it's Thursday, doing another chapter of Batman Rise of Sinzu novelization. It's another chapter about, like, a random thug, but I'm sure it'll be, just as well written as the rest of them. Maybe he'll pee his pants like that one guy, and maybe the whole chapter will be about pee again. So tune in for that, or whatever. That's it. I have to go. I'm so sorry, Justin. You got a Justin Lego of me. So that's the end of today's stream. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next week. See you on Sunday for the Batman The Adventures Continue video. Ted will see you tomorrow. Maddie Thursday. Goodbye.